Good evening, guests and fellow Toastmasters. A warm welcome to the meeting 223 of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow. I am Toastmaster Akansha, your sergeant at arms for the day. I'm sure you are as excited as I am for this exclusive meeting. The meeting will be blocked for 2 hours from 4 to 6 pm, and you are expected to stay for the entire duration. I would like to begin by stating the mission of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. Before we start, I would like to share some ground rules. Keep your cell phones on silent mode or switched off during the meeting. I will give you 10 seconds to do that. Please keep your microphone on mute when someone is speaking and unmute only when called to speak. It is advised to keep the videos on so we have an interactive meeting, and please be mindful if you are moving out of the frame. Please turn off your video to reduce distraction. Please avoid sharing anything on chat box while while someone is speaking, as that can distract the speaker and the role taker. Avoid sharing anything on the screen while speaker is on stage. Do not interject the speaker while they are delivering their speech or report. Regarding the topics of sex, religion, and politics, even the Toastmaster International does not put any restrictions on speaking on these topics. At Toastmasters Club of Lucknow, we request all speakers and role takers to be mindful and responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. I also urge you to be cognizant of the fact that we, as a club, practice diversity and inclusion in letter and spirit, hence ensuring there are no sexist, racist, or any such undertones that create hostility and discomfort for members or guests. Have you ever been in an unpleasant situation where things didn't go as planned? What was your response then? Let us know more about it by Toastmaster Akshat, the Toastmaster of the day. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akanksha, for introducing me and introducing the topic as well. Mm, any first thoughts when you looked at this flyer, and if you have any first thoughts about what the topic could be and what has been your experience with respect to this topic? Anyone who would like to come forward and tell what could this be?
It is about unpleasant situations, and sometimes we find ourselves at this point and we doubt ourselves. So, that is one thought that I have about the topic.
All right. Excellent. I think that's what the topic is all about. Let me just bring in some more voices. Let me go directly to Toastmaster Harsh. Good evening. I think I haven't met you in a while. So it's great to see you in a meeting.
Good morning,
All
Toastmaster.
right. Yes, good evening. Okay, so Toastmaster Harsh,
Hmm.
what have, can you just talk about one or two unpleasant situations that you have come across? And only if you're comfortable talking about them. So you can just talk about one or two experiences.
Okay. So basically, by the term of unpleasant, I am able to understand that there are various things or various decisions that doesn't go according to my way. For example, as I have discussed in like in one of my speech, that I was like 3 months ago, I have participated in a contest, and I wasn't able to won that contest, though I was thinking that I have definitely given my best and like assumed that I will definitely win the contest, but I was not in the top, like in the top three positions. So that was a unpleasant situation for me, according to like today's theme, if I talk about.
All right. So this is a clear case of a gap between expectation and reality. This is an unpleasant situation for you. All right. So this indeed is an unpleasant situation. Let's also talk about some unpleasant situations that are happening to all of us or many of us on a regular basis. So I would request each one of you to type in the chat box examples of one or two unpleasant situations that you come across. It could be anything and everything. So let's have some inputs on what unpleasant situations are there according to our Toastmasters. Has anyone started to type? Because I can't see the responses. Anushka says being judged and constantly being micromanaged at workplace. That's a very relatable experience that anyone who is working in the corporate might tell you. Toastmaster Nidhi says when you forgot your speech while you are on stage, that's an extremely unpleasant situation to be in. What else? Toastmaster Harsh, any day-to-day challenges? Guest Harshit, if you have something unpleasant that you faced today, yesterday, day before yesterday. Toastmaster Ashish, yesterday I had given a mock interview and I thought I had given my best and I'll score good. But the reality was totally opposite. Excellent. Let me just talk about one unpleasant situation that I faced. I believe that a lot of us who are in Zoom calls might be extremely prepared for a meeting. And what if your dad walks in and he's there in the background, probably not in the best of attire, and you have a very formal presentation going on. Is that an unpleasant situation to be in? Raise your hands if it is, or you can use the emoji, right? Uh, Akanksha says, cautious about not getting my car in the gutter. Excellent, excellent. What about the tire getting punctured, right? Uh, what about that, you did not carry your wallet and you are at a place wherein you have to do a payment and for some reason your UPI is not working? Is that an unpleasant situation to be in? All right. So the definition of an unpleasant situation, or rather what qualifies as an unpleasant situation, is clear to all of us. Can I request each one of you to also type the kind of emotions you experience when you are in an unpleasant situation? Just one word, not all emotions. Let's just, what is the first top of the mind? What are the kind of emotions that you experience? Harsh is talking about regret. Anushka says it's a cocktail of emotion. Best one is embarrassment. Very relatable. Speaker Jayesh. Jayesh is mentioning stress. Harsh is again talking about confusion. So there are two emotions that Harsh is facing. Harshit is talking about anxiety. Nidhi is talking about embarrassment. Toastmaster Asank, Toastmaster Dev, do you also have some emotions that come across or that rather resurface when you are in an unpleasant situation? We have the grammarian also. Smriti, if you would like to talk about any emotions that you experience when you're in an unpleasant situation.
Sure, Toastmaster Akshat. Well, for me,
Yeah.
mostly towards conflict or interpersonal issues with one particular individual, and that individual is my 50 pounds dog. After the moment she came to my life, I have a lot of interpersonal issues because I'm unable to figure it out that who is the boss now. So now there are two highly opinionated women in this particular family, and the victim is my partner who is unable to understand that how to balance the situation. So that's I know you people are laughing, but it is quite miserable for me. So every day I wake up with an unpleasant situation and then try to deal with the same. Back to you.
Okay, that's an excellent insight, and I completely understand what situation you are in and how the other person is. In this case, the 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 other entity that is with you who is facing this. All right, so one emotion that I experience is anger. It may not be an extremely visible emotion, but deep down there is an anger that might come up in unpleasant situations. Uh, Earlier today, in one of the other club meetings, I was the grammarian and I spoke about a phrase which is pet peeve. And pet peeve basically means a small irritating factor that you experience, right? So, all in all, unpleasant situations create a lot of emotion in you, and we all are experiencing it from time to time. So this segment so far was all about what classifies as an unpleasant situation and what kind of emotions that we all go through. We'll talk more about this later on, but let me just talk to you about what happens in a typical Toastmasters meeting. So for today, we are going to have a prepared speeches section, and then after that, we will have a table topic section. In prepared speech section, there will be prepared speeches given by speakers who would uh, who would be also judged by the evaluators, and later on we'll have the table topics. Now, the proceedings of these two things would be carried out by two people. For prepared speeches, we'll have the general evaluator who will be taking the proceedings forward, and she would also be accompanied by a team which is called the tag team that comprises of the timer, the R counter, and the grammarian. So without further ado, I will like to call upon stage the general evaluator for today, who is none other than Toastmaster Akanksha. So Toastmaster Akanksha hails from Lucknow. So she's a fellow Lucknowite. She graduated from Saraswati Dental College and is currently pursuing her MBA at SDA Bocconi Asia Center. And after stepping into the world of management, she worked as a marketing executive at SK Awad Builders. Beyond her academic and professional journey, she's deeply passionate about singing, beauty, artistry, and community service. So let's all welcome on stage Toastmaster Akanksha, the general evaluator for today. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. I am Toastmaster Akansha, General Evaluator of the Day. My role is to evaluate the overall meeting in general, and I won't be doing this alone. To support, I have a tag team. So I would like to call upon the timer Toastmaster Manvi. I biotechnologist turned into psychologist, pursuing PGD in training and development in ISTD Delhi. Keen interest lies interacting with people, making friends, and giving surprises, and also a sweet hearted and a sweet voiced person. Over to you, Toastmaster Manvi.
Thank you so much, Channel Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. I, being the timer of the meeting, will be helping you out with the timing part, wherein the speakers, the table topic speakers, the evaluators, and even the role players will be timed by me. And for the speech section, we have two speakers today. The time limit for both the speakers is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will show the green card. At 6 minutes, I will show the yellow card, and at 7 minutes, I will show the red card. For the prepared speakers, there is a 30-second grace on both the sides. That means any speaker who speaks for minimum of 4 minutes 30 seconds and a maximum of 7 minutes 30 seconds will be qualified. Coming to the next section of this meeting, that is the table topic section, that is the impromptu speaking section, wherein the speakers will get 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll show the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll show the yellow card, and at 2 minutes, I'll show the red card. Please note for the table topic speakers, the minimum time for which they have to speak is 1 minute. Anyone who speaks for less than 1 minute and more than 2 minutes 30 seconds will be disqualified. Coming to the third part, that is the evaluation. The time limit for the evaluators is 2 to 3 minutes. The green card will be shown at 2 minutes, the yellow card will be shown at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and the red card will be shown at 3 minutes. Again, for the evaluators, there is a 30-second grace period on both the sides. That means any evaluator who speaks for minimum of 1 minute 30 seconds and maximum of 3 minutes 30 seconds is qualified. I will present my timing report whenever the journal evaluator calls for. That was all from my side, being the timer of the meeting. Journal evaluator, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manvi. Next up, we have our counter, Toastmaster Nidhi. She has experience of about 3 years in audit and consulting at Deloitte. She is currently on a short break to upskill herself and explore suitable next career option. Toastmaster Nidhi, over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. My role as an R counter is to listen to filler words and sounds that speakers use while speaking. I will note words like and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for sounds like and I will also watch for repeated words or phrases like I or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will share how many times each speaker used such filler words. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nidhi. Up next, we have Grammarian of the Day, Toastmaster Smruti. She is a certified soft skill trainer, mentorship specialist, training content creator, and seasoned B2B enterprise sales professional with over a decade of experience. Her career is marked by a commitment of fostering personal and professional growth through communication, leadership, and learning. Over to you, Toastmaster Smruti.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. Well, today I will be playing the role of a grammarian. A grammarian's utmost duty and diligent responsibility to ensure that the person is actively listening to all the speaker who are going to take the stage today. While you take the stage today, make sure to ornamentalize your particular grammar with respect to the structure, what you speak, what you don't speak, and how well did you speak. So at towards the end of the meeting, I'll come back with my report. It is also important for a grammarian to introduce a word to this particular meeting. So today the word will be astute, A-S-T-U-T-E. I'll paste the correct pronunciation as well, so please be mindful about the same. Astute is an adjective we use while we praise an individual who is a quick thinker, who is intelligent, someone who is perceptive too. How can we use the same? For example, let me phrase a sentence that our general evaluator made an astute observation during the meeting and explained the same towards her segment. Second, an astute leader listens more than they speak. Please be mindful while you use the word and the sentences. I'll come back with my entire report once called upon by the general evaluator towards the last leg. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmasters Fruti. I am here to observe everything, how members have performed in their meeting roles, including preparation, organization, and carrying out the duties. I will comment on the quality of the evaluations given by the evaluators of the prepared speeches. At the evaluation session of the meeting, I will share my observation. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Akshat. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akanksha. And whenever I'm taking a TMOD session, what I realize is that the TMOD is supposed to be extremely mindful of the sequences in which the proceedings have to take place. So in that sense, TMOD needs to have an astute observation capabilities of observing the proceedings. So with that, I think we are done with the introductions of the GE as well as the tag team. Coming back to the TMOD topic for today. I just don't want to go into providing solutions to how we all look at unpleasant situations. So instead of looking at solutions, I personally feel that when 7 to 8 or 10 Toastmasters who have astute capabilities come together, we should ourselves brainstorm unpleasant situations and talk about what one should do, what one is capable of doing, what is in our control, and what is left best ignored. All right. So with that, let's talk about one common unpleasant situation that we all come across. Let me just talk about one. Let's say your car runs out of petrol and you're somewhere stuck. What do you feel is actually in our control in such a situation? What we should be doing, what we are supposed to do, and how do you see this? Does anyone want to take a lead? All right, let me just give you a cue. Do you feel that it's okay to blame the situation, or do you think there is any merit in actually blaming the situation? Or thinking about that situation as a victim, that this happens to me, and why did this happen to me? Any thoughts? Jayesh?
I will partially
Yes, Asan.
blame myself. I will blame myself to an extent that from next time onwards, I'll maybe as soon as I have that just the final dot on the fuel gauge, I'll ensure that I get my car refueled. And this time, if required, I will get the car towed with whatever unpleasant experiences I might have to go to. So again, I'll focus on the silver lining that I need to be proactive in terms of getting the fuel filled up next time onwards.
All right, so that's an interesting observation. So you would come up with a proactive step for future that you need to have your car in check so that such a situation does not happen. I'll get back to you, Asank, but I think Nidhi is raising her hand. So Toastmaster Nidhi, do you want to say something?
No, I think it got raised by mistake.
Okay, all right. I just want to ask other people that do you think that it is about any situation? Do you feel that there is always some action to be taken, or do you think things can happen and you may not have a solution for that? Do you think you could have situations, unpleasant situations in life about which you can do nothing? That's my question, actually.
Yeah, most of the time, the situation that we are put into is actually to make us feel the way that we are feeling. The universe wants, I believe in universe. So I think that is that reason. And we need to feel that unpleasantness, that the feelings are there, that situations that puts us at our tiptoes. It is there to teach us something. So yes, I have been through an interview where they promptly asked me to leave without even talking to me. Like it was a clear insult that they were given to me, and they even mocked me like, this is the last cookie, like we are given a toffee, so they gave me a cookie, that this is the cookie, so this is the last one, if you want to you can take it. They smirked at that point, they just laughed at me. So that's one unpleasant situation, and in my mind now I'm prepared for the interview. What would they do? Who are the people in the room? There are two people, those who are evaluating me, and the second is me. No one out there is knows about me. Why we get embarrassed is when we are put into a situation where we think everybody is judging us and everybody else is seeing us. No, maybe we, if your interview doesn't go well, it's the two people who are sitting there who might not select you. That's it. And even if they select you, you get a chance to work on yourself. So that is a learning thing that we took, and unpleasant situation that we put in. So that is my point.
All right, so there are two interesting aspects that I wanted to talk about. Toastmaster Asanki talked about a situation, or we were talking about a situation in which we can take some steps that makes the next experience a little better, or you can probably bear it better. But a situation that Toastmaster Anushka is talking about, what if in an interview no one is giving you that option to represent yourself and some judgment has been done in advance, right? So Toastmaster Harsh, you were talking about interviews. If you get a level playing field, if you get a situation in which you can actually present your point of view, it is still fine. But what about situations in which, as you said, in one of your presentations, the presenter did not give you enough time to speak? He said, okay, it's fine, and moved on to the next. So what I'm trying to say is that you would experience unpleasant situations, but not every time an unpleasant situation would require an action from your side. That is one thing that I wanted to emphatically say. Obviously, there are, because all throughout as we grow, we have been told that, there are certain things that we should take control of, and the next situation could be better. But in a lot of rejections, that rejection is an unpleasant situation. In a lot of rejections, you would see that things are not in your control. Someone already had a preconceived notion about something. All right. Okay, there is one emotion that actually comes up when we are in an unpleasant situation. A few people spoke about it, and that is regret. So I want to specifically talk about regret in situations. Like, what do you feel about regret? Is that obviously no emotion is not genuine. Every emotion has a place. But do you think regret actually helps or serves any purpose? That also brings me to one point of view. Does anyone not feel regret at all in anything? Is there also a situation like this? It happens to me quite often that I feel regretful of the situation, but what happens to you when, what do you feel exactly about regret? That's my question. Do you feel it's an emotion that you should definitely entertain and look at? Yes, Toastmaster Akanksha, please.
I think regret is necessary sometimes. Like the last time, like not the last time, but the bigger regret, I would say, was uh, my current career path. I really wanted to switch it, and that regret pushed me to prepare for the CAT journey and to do MBA. So that's how regret worked for me.
Okay. Somewhere I feel that regret as an emotion, it mostly stems from the fact that we are trying to conform to outside standards. It's less about us, it's more about the kind of, the expectation that society has built around us. And a lot of regret stems from that. So the idea of discussing regret was that while other emotions let you focus on what you can probably work on, regret in general, I have not seen it serve any purpose. But anyway, we'll talk about it later on. Let's move on to the prepared speech segment. So I think we have one prepared speaker for today, and we have one evaluator. Toastmaster Harsh, you are doing the evaluation. Is that right? Yes. So I would now like Toastmaster Manvi is saying something. Toastmaster Asan. Toastmaster Manvi,
Actually,
do you have a point
Toastmaster
of?
Akshay, yes, we have two prepared speakers. Our
Okay.
first
Okay.
speaker is Toastmaster Jayesh, and his evaluator is Toastmaster Asankit. Our second
Mhm.
speaker is Toastmaster Anushka, and her evaluator is Toastmaster Harsh.
All right. Okay. So without taking much time, I would like to call on stage Toastmaster Asankya, who is the evaluator for speaker number one. Toastmaster Asank needs no introduction. He is the backbone of Lucknow Toastmaster circles. So I would like to call on stage Toastmaster Asank to introduce our first speaker.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akshat. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, and a special good afternoon to Toastmaster Jesh. Wishing him all the best for his third speech as per Pathways, that is Introduction to Vocal Variety in Body Language. A little about Toastmaster Jesh. He hails from the city of Shahjahanpur. He again has worked with and like Boston Consulting Group earlier. He returned home to explore greener pastures and is looking to build his own venture in the space of commercial real estate, a sports facility, and whatnot. He has completed his executive MBA from IIM Indore, and he's an MCOM as well from IGNU. He joined Toastmasters to build confidence in public speaking and inspire others, and use his voice to drive meaningful social change. So, Toastmaster Jesh, I would like to welcome you. Toastmaster Jesh will be delivering the project Introduction to Vocal Variety in Body Language. His path is motivational strategies. And the purpose of this particular project for the speaker is, just a second. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance a speech. This member has chosen to only be evaluated on vocal variety for their speech. So I particularly will be focusing upon the gestures and along with the overall tonality of the speech. Wishing you all the best, Toastmaster Jesh. Toastmaster Jesh, let's address the algorithm in the room. Let's address the algorithm in the room. Toastmaster Jesh, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Asankar. Let's do an activity. Let's all grab our phones, go to settings right now, and search screen time. Just look at your screen time. Observe. Now, that is just the screen time of your smartphone. We have not even considered the screen time of your TV screens, your laptop screens. And you will notice that majority of the time you're spending is on social media. According to a EY report estimate, Indians are spending on an average of 5 hours a day just staring at their screens. And 70% of their time is spent just scrolling through your feed on social media. Now, the usage of social media has certainly increased. And why will it not? We have cheap smartphones, cheap internet, advanced technology. The usage of social media is bound to increase. But these tech companies are making billions and trillions of dollars by selling this one product. And you know what that one product is? It's your attention. They're selling your attention to the advertisers. So it is natural, they're going to compete for your attention. The more you're on their platform paying attention, the more impressions they're generating and selling it to the advertisers. So they're hiring the best minds in the world, best technologies, best algorithms they are developing to keep you hooked onto their platform, and not only keep you engaged, but also grow your engagement on these platforms. They are tracking everything that you do. Every interaction is being tracked, monitored, and documented. The image you're looking at, for how long you're looking at it, videos you're skipping, ads you're not clicking, every little detail of your screen time, your scrolling speed is being documented, not for their innocent record keeping. It is being done to train these algorithms to make them better. It is being done to see how you're interacting on their platform. And these algorithms are optimizing the content that is best suited for you. It is learning continuously your digital behavior and feeding back content to you, content that you will see and more likely to linger on. So yes, it is imperative that we address the algorithm in the room. If you use it with intention, they are, of course, forming the architectures. They are the architectures of social media, and we are aware how it functions. So if you use it with intention, with purpose, you're going to grow, you're going to learn, you're going to follow your ideals. It is better that way. But if you use it passively and mindlessly with no purpose, your attention span is going to reduce. You are going to get distracted. Microdose of dopamine will hit you constantly when you're using it mindlessly. It will reduce your attention span, and I am a victim of it. I'll tell you how. So the other day I was watching this movie called Now You See Me 3. It's a recent movie, just came on Prime Video, I guess. So I was watching this movie and a notification popped up in my phone. And casually I just looked at my phone, and a minute later, I realized that I'm scrolling through my Instagram feed. And in that moment, I realized my attention span has gone to the dogs. I'm looking at something that is already entertaining. People take breaks from serious tasks to watch movies, watch television. It's already a distraction. And here I am getting distracted from a distraction. That's when I realized I'm not the only victim of how good these algorithms are, who are managing to pull attention away from a distraction. Imagine doing some serious work, something that requires effort and attention, that is serious and important. Your brain is going to swipe up on it. Trust me. Your brain is constantly being fed fast content, fast edits, high stimulation content. If anything is remotely boring, your brain is like, switch it up. And that is how these neural pathways are being developed, being changed by these algorithms. So we need to understand that these algorithms are having a serious, insidious effects on our behavior, on our habits, and on our mental neural pathways. So here is my suggestion to you. Whenever you are using Instagram or any social media platform, you know the algorithms. Use it with intention. Don't use it passively. Algorithm will win. Your junk will win. Your dopamine receptors are going to fry like anything. Now, in the end, I just want to tell you this. See, these social media algorithms, they are not your enemy. They're not your friend either. They are not your guide either. These social media companies, they are just there. These algorithms are just there to keep your attention, to keep you hooked onto their platform. If you're choosing consciously what to watch, what to ignore, you will shift from being controlled by these algorithms to being in control. So choose wisely what you consume. You are good as what you feed your mind. So choose wisely. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
All right, so just an excellent start to a prepared speech segment. Now I would like to call on stage the next speeches evaluator. I would now like to call on stage Toastmaster Harsh, who's going to introduce the second speaker. Toastmaster Harsh, over to you.
So, a very good evening to one and all present over here. Today, I will be evaluating the speech of my super duper confident speaker, Toastmaster Anushka. She is the newest addition in the Toastmasters Club of Lucknow family. Apart from that, she is a blend of discipline, creativity, and resilience. Apart from that, a Toastmaster who loves to express herself by doing a dance form called as Bharatanatyam. Apart from that, she is here to improve her communication skills and her leadership skills. Today, she will be delivering her Level 1 Project 2 under the pathway of persuasive influence. The objective of her speech is to deliver a speech with a purpose. That's all. Toastmaster Anushka. The title of her speech is Dots Got Your Back, Toastmaster Anushka. Dots Got Your Back, Toastmaster Anushka. The stage is all yours.
Thank you. Thank you, my evaluator. I would like to start the speech from the question. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you feel like, oh, I don't know how I got into this, but I don't either know where to end it, like where to find a solution for it? That is what is dot is for me. I have been in through situations where I found myself cursing that why did I took a step that led me to this situation? I'm not here to share any kind of success stories. I'm not a person who has got success. I'm just 21 years old. I have just I'm at a point where I'm standing at a situation at the edge where I can see the adult life and I have been through the teenage life as well. So, one situation which I want to talk about is my failure. I have been through failures all my life. I've failed colleges. I have seen myself waiting, being stressed, and putting into a situation where I don't have to do just to float on the surface. That's what was me. And slowly, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think we talked about the unpleasant situations and I am caught into one. Okay. So, a lot of people told me growing up, everything happens for a reason. One day the dots will connect. I thought it was a very good quote that has been placed in front of me. I failed. I missed opportunity. I didn't get into the college I wanted. But the real turning point wasn't the academics. It was my father's health. He has serious liver damage. Every day is uncertain. Every day is a fight. But every single day, I just stood up and showed up at home, showed up at hospitals, showed up to the places where I was not welcome or being valued. But still, I didn't give up on that situation. I did it. I did it again. And purpose for me became standards. I got the colleges which I wanted this year. But this year, I did not choose them because I had some standards. Not out of arrogance, but the clarity of mind. What I wanted to do in life, what I wanted to choose. That is how the dots connected for me. Life is not about going with the purpose. Purpose is not chosen at a moment where you think, yes, it is a pleasant situation. Purpose is always been chosen when the conditions are extreme and not in your favors. That's when you choose a purpose for yourself. And my purpose was showing up. My purpose was resilience. and that is me. I think a word that can define me is resilience, never giving up attitude. Family problem, health issues, academics, anything, give it to me. I will handle it. That's the attitude that I have, not the arrogance of a teenager, but a hunger of an adult who's trying to learn as much things as possible, to grasp the knowledge of life, not hating my life. Once I want to be on my deathbed, I don't want to see the life in a way of success or failure. I want myself to see my life as a purposeful decisions that I took, decisions where I took to show up every single day. I see myself as a person who is growing, who has resilience, who is a person who do not give up. And as I talk about the situation, I'm not here to tell you people to do something. I'm here to tell you what I learned in life and give you a fresh perspective. Because every single day, when we feel lost, most of the time, we need a one motivation, a one talk, or even a one good word that makes us feel that yes, we can take up, we can do better. We know about ourselves, looking into ourselves, looking what's inside us. And that is what my speech's purpose was to give you. Hello? To give you a, a consequence to think that yes, I can do better. I know myself. And a motivation to lead a life where you show up with a purpose and lead a life not just with a frame of success or failure, but with a frame of what you did with a purpose, with an intent, and let the dots get connected. Because when you look back, you will see those dots getting connected to you in a positive manner. Whatever happened, happened for a reason. Like we know in Mahabharata, we can have 1,000 different type of results of Mahabharata. But what we choose teaches us the teaching that we want to learn. So that is the purpose that you take up while reading that. And when you read yourself backwards, I want you to have a purpose in life. So that is my speech about. Thank you for the stage is yours, my evaluator, Toastmaster Harshit.
So I would like to hand over the stage to the Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Akshat, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsh. What we could see right now when Toastmaster Anushka was speaking is that she experienced an unpleasant situation, some background talks going on, and she could continue with her speech. For some of you, this might appear to be something that she might have mastered, or she has that natural ability to act wisely and comfortably in such situations. Probably for some of us, this might not be an easy thing to do. Some of us might just get a little angry or a little worked up when this situation happens. The thing is, unpleasant situations could actually trigger different responses in different people. But we just need to have some ways of overcoming unpleasant situations that are happening to us on a daily basis. Raise your hands if some of you actually use AI or chat GPTs to actually get some sense of validation for your day-to-day problems. Anyone who's using chat GPT? Toastmaster Asankya? Toastmaster Manvi? The timer also is... A lot of people are using AI. And what I feel is one reason that we are all using AI is that AI is not judging us per se. When you go to your near and dear ones and talk about your unpleasant situations or problems, many a times the kind of feedback that you would receive from people is that it was your fault, you should have taken a better approach. Usually you will see that kind of a reasoning that is given to us by people around us. A lot of people are going into that solutioning mindset, immediately providing solution to an unpleasant situation. What I want all of you to do is, and probably many of you are doing it also, when you're discussing your problems with ChatGPT, you're actually trying to understand the situation better. It could be anything, be it a problem that you're trying to solve, be it an unpleasant situation that you're talking about. But the thing is that usually you're trusting AI to give you a feedback that is kind of non-judgmental. And the best part that AI does is it is always going to be appreciative of what you're going through. Right? I've never seen AI kind of disagree with you, which is a problem with generative AI, that it's trying to be always providing you with a sense of appreciation. But I feel that it is serving some purpose. It is helping you understand and process your thoughts and emotions every time an unpleasant situation is happening. So the big idea is, I'm not going to endorse AI. What I'm essentially trying to say is there's a need for all of us to actually understand and process our thoughts and emotions every time an unpleasant situation is happening. It might be a very trivial issue or it might be a big issue. That is secondary. The main point is that you should have some ways to look at unpleasant situations. And you could refer to some good literature. It could be books, or it could be some feedback from good people that you trust. We'll talk more about this later on, but now let's move on to the next segment, which is the more interesting segment because of the impromptu nature of the segment. We will now have table topics, and table topics is a place in which speakers would come forward and talk on a table topic in an impromptu way. And if I'm not wrong, the table topic master for today is, let me just look at the chat window. Toastmaster Anushka is the table topic master for today. I welcome on stage Toastmaster. I'm sorry, Toastmaster. Yes, exactly. Toastmaster Anushka is the table topic master for today. So I now welcome on stage Toastmaster.
Yes.
Take us with the table topic segment forward. Over to you, Toastmaster Anushka.
So table topics, what I searched through ChatGPT and I've seen through all the meetings till now, is to keep you on your toes, to make you think spontaneously, to give a idea or a shape or the voice to your thoughts which are underlying. So by the thoughts of we have today, the topics that I have picked out, it is a blend of creativity. It is something that is going to make you think. Actually, you're going to use that 30 seconds to actually understand the topic and to think about it. So without getting any further delays, I would start with Asankhya, Toastmaster Asankhya. Your topic is, if creativity would solve one global problem, which would you choose? Stage is yours. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. I'm just thinking. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anushka. So, yeah. Sorry, you were saying something?
Yeah, I was saying that if you have not heard the topic,
I heard it.
okay,
If creativity
would solve
solves
one
one
global
world.
problem, which one would you choose?
All right. So, thank you so much, Toastmaster Anushka, for that topic. I think it was 2019 when I was preparing for my interviews, for my MBA interviews, and there was one option that I kept for myself just to see if I can crack it or not. That college was Tata Institute of Social Sciences. I applied for it, I went through it, got the interview call, made made to the interview, and that is wherein they asked me a similar question. I go back to my interview wherein they asked, what would you prefer solving, inequality or inequity? So I was clueless when they asked me this question as to what exactly is the difference between the two. And that is wherein I said, I do not know the difference, but looking back, maybe just retrospectively, if I get the question today, I will prefer solving inequity. Like making sure that there is actual proper channels in terms of making sure that we are able to provide justice to whatever extent possible. There are institutions, there are frameworks, there is a constitution that we have, but at the same time, making sure that is adhered to, that is something I will prefer. And if creativity can help, I may want to explore, and that's the reason I chose that college, because it brings a lot of creative individuals, is what I felt even while being there at the campus for the interview. So if creativity could solve something, do not know what that creativity will be, but it will be more from a point as to how we can make sure there is like we can at least do away with some sort of inequity in the, at least amongst the societal standards and whatever we follow. And that will be my call for you all as well, just in case if we have to solve some world problem, that would be my way of looking at it. And I was focusing more from a like my country perspective, but globally, if I had to again say it, if we extrapolate it toward even from a global standpoint, there are a lot of things that we can solve, and if this could be addressed to a great extent, we can help the underdeveloped or even the developing countries to maybe raise their standards to some level. So that is all from my side. Back to you, Table Topics Master. And what would you choose, if I may ask? What would be that one problem would you like to solve? What do you?
The injustice against women, that would be my choice, because no matter what part of the world you belong to or what era you belong to in the past, we have seen this thing. And that would be my clear choice. That is something, it came impromptu because I see it on daily basis, not on daily basis, but often I see these things. And it's not just me who has experienced it, it is women of from the other part of the world who has seen it. I'm not considering every place is like that, but yes, we have maximum countries where we see it depends. The rights for women, it depends from which part of the country they belong. Either they are from Afghanistan or India or America. So it depends. But when we talk about equality, it should be equal for everybody. And yes, I like the outlook that you had. I think you have the similar outlook towards life. So yeah, so the next topic goes to our general evaluator, Ms. Akansha. So your topic is if creativity was a currency, how rich would you be?
Thank you, Toastmaster Anushka, for the topic. I think I would be super duper rich as I am a very creative person in that sense. Like, not just one, not just two, and not even just three things in which I am creative. I think I am creative in many ways, be it singing, be it art, be it DIYs, and I think many aspects of the creativity I have. And I think I should be proud of that as well. Thank you for bringing this topic for. Okay, so if I would like to give you an example regarding that, it would be that uh, I think I remember when I was around 15 years of age, I had a YouTube channel of mine. And although it flopped very badly, but even though I just didn't stop that, I I quit it, but after a while, maybe after 1 or 2 years, I started it again, but with a different genre, and I flopped there as well. Oh, that's a funny part. But then I started with a third channel, YouTube channel, and it was quite a hit as compared to the other two. As like I am in the beauty industry as well. I have been to Javed Habib for the training for that matter. So yeah, I think I would be super duper rich. Thank you, Toastmaster Anushka, for this topic. Over to you.
That is so great that we got to know that you went to the Javed Habib. Let me know if I can get a discount if you have the codes. So yeah, I was very amazed to know that you had your own channels at YouTube and you had such creative aspects. So these topics actually brought out information about you that we didn't know, and I'm really amazed to know it. It's really inspiring. I was also looking forward to start my YouTube channel, and many of us has got inspiration from you that it is actually very, it's a very brave step to put yourself out there and let people criticize you, because that comment box is open for everybody, but you did it and you made it till the third channel. So thank you. The next Toastmaster for today, the table topic session is uh, Grammarian Smriti. And the topic that I'll pick a very good topic for her. I've already chosen. Okay. So if AI replaces artist, what will remain uniquely human? This is the topic for Toastmaster Smriti, who is our Grammarian for today.
Tears, tears, and a lot of tears. AI can never bring tears. I don't know from where. So if AI is going to replace the entire stuff, I don't mind, because AI cannot cry the way I can cry. Well, I'm saying crying not only with a perspective of sadness, I'm crying with a perspective of happiness too. Isn't such an irony of life? We cry in both the situation, when I'm happy and also when I'm sad. I did explain about the beautiful creature who came to my life a year back. That fur baby of 50 pounds. Let me tell you an incident which brought happiness and sadness at the same time. I was super excited to have this particular pet after a long time in my life, because I grew up with pets. Let me tell you, with pets. But I was never a pet parent, I was a pet sibling all the time. So the moment I saw this creature, a furry baby, I decided that this is my time to hold her and welcome her in this particular house. I was excited with a lot of tears in my eyes. I lifted her and then we were there on the ground, on the floor. I am in the bottom, she is on top of me. And I enjoyed myself with a lot of tears again. Now I explain the entire situation to AI and ask the system to help me with two different pictures, and it did reflected two different picture of me being happily crying and me being sadly crying. But I could not feel, and I did not feel that emotion which I really felt at that point of time. So what I am trying to say here, that definitely AI going to replace a lot of things. But what I felt while crying in in that particular situation with those two emotion, AI can never bring that back to my life. Not only me, AI can never bring those tears in your life too. If you don't believe me, go and try the same picture with your life. Back to you, Madam Table Topic Master.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for such insightful idea that yes, tears are something that cannot be brought about through AI. And I think that was a very spontaneous topic that you took on. And whenever you speak, you actually teach me a lot of things. So we talk about emotions, but tears specifically, and how beautifully you explained it with the help of the fur baby you have. We got to know about that and the situation that you've been through, that you actually felt that ecstasy and the contrast of the emotion of happiness and the sadness both. So that is very nice, ma'am. Next table topic goes to speaker Jayesh Singh, and his topic is: what inspires you more, art or work?
Can you repeat?
What inspires you more, art or work?
Art or work? It's a combination of these two that will make anybody successful. It is not you can choose art or work. they both have to work in tandem to deliver actual tangible results. Art, when you think of it, has a creative side. Work, when people listen about work, hear about work, they find that it is boring, and art may be creative, something that is amusing and illuminating. But we need to understand their relationship. How is art and how is work related to each other? As I said earlier, you need to focus on your task. You need to focus on your work as well. So there cannot be that you can rate, hey, this is better or this is better. So there is no comparison that I can draw that this is important and this is important. It is a combination of two. I would say that in conclusion, that both art and work are important to achieve results, to achieve goals that you have set out to achieve in life. Thank you.
Yes, I would like to really appreciate that the efforts that you took to highlight the nuanced relationship of art and work and how the balance of both the things gives our desired result. And thank you for such explanation. And the next topic, table topic goes to guest Harshit Chawla. This is his first time, so I'm going to ask one very simple topic from him is struggle necessary for winning? What is your point of view on this topic? That if struggles are necessary for winning in life or not?
Hi everyone. So this is my first time here. I've actually been part of Toastmasters before in 2022 during my college, but I don't think I ever did a TTM that time. So the topic was, is struggle necessary for winning, right? All right. So if you've ever stepped into a gym, you already know the answer to this. And because in the gym, nothing seems simple. Even on the first day, if you're a beginner, a 2.5 kg dumbbell is probably going to be heavy for you. And or even running a kilometer is going to be very difficult. You might tire out in within 500 meters. But as you progress, that struggle that you go through every single day is what will make you what will make you better every single day in the gym. For example, when I started out in the gym, even running 200 meters was very difficult, but now I can run a 10-kilometer in under 1 hour, 20 minutes, which is a big achievement for me. I'm able to deadlift 120 kilos. I started out with 30 or 40, which was, I think, very bad. But now I have reached that, and that is all through the struggle that I went through in the previous days of my gym. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
So that was a very like a real experience that you shared. And yes, I have stepped into gym. I stepped it yesterday. I have ran a marathon today only, and I have soreness. I cannot walk up the stairs of the office. So yes, the struggles are real, and it is, as you suggested, is kind of relative. So the next table topic here goes to evaluator Toastmaster Harsh. So, Harsh, your topic is, if your thoughts had a soundtrack, what it sound like?
Sorry,
If your thoughts had a soundtrack, what sound would it like be? It can be any song as well.
okay. If my voice has a soundtrack, so uh, that soundtrack or that song would be about the confidence. The confidence whenever you meet different individuals. Let's take the example. Few minutes ago, you asked a question: what inspires you the most? art or the other thing. So if I would be at that place, I would have said that the thing which inspires me uh, is the artist. Whenever I meet with the different individuals, with different individuals, I try to observe them and learn different skills for them. For example, like a few weeks ago, I have witnessed a table topic speaker, so like Toastmaster Manvi. I heard I heard her speak for the first time, and the way she was speaking, it was it seems to be that she has written the speech and then she is reading out the speech. She was so fluent. So that was a skill that I learned. And most of the time, people think that while speaking or while telling different things, each individual can become confident. But most of the time, it happens whenever you meet with the people, whenever you talk with them, observe them, you understand the true meaning of confidence. So after meeting with different individuals, I like I used to listen. I got a song of confidence that whenever after meeting each individual, their voice is becoming a type of a song for me, with the help of which from each and every moment becomes a learning part for me, which leads to confidence. That's itself. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you for such insights. And that is amazing to know that you have a particular track about a person and you have a track about the confidence as well. And you connect these things with the music, and it shows and reflects a artistic feature that you have of observation, how intricately you observe things and the minute details that you mentioned. Thank you for such topic today. And the next table topic goes to Akshat Pandey. So the topic that I want to give you is imagine your life as a movie. What would be the title of that movie?
Sorry for sounding cliche, but there was a movie and there is a dialogue in that movie that हमें राही प्यार के फिर मिलेंगे चलते चलते. So this is from the movie, I believe, Om Shanti Om. So I think that a movie titled on me would have this name. And why I feel so is because of late I have started to realize that we meet so many people in life and we have some overlap with a lot of people. Some overlaps could be very short, some could be very long, and some could be lifelong. Now you have very limited time and interactions with people. And of late, I've also started to realize that everyone has to teach you something. It may not be teaching in a literal sense, but there is something that you're learning from one person or the other. So I have so many wonderful Toastmasters out here. They have been teaching me quite a lot of fresh perspectives, not just related to public speaking, but a lot of inputs that you get from them. Similarly, I feel that I am also having some impact on the people in Toastmasters. So this is just one facet of life. You have so many people in every sphere of your life. So if life is teaching you so many lessons and it is about meeting people on a regular basis, why not just talk to people and tell them that fir milenge chalte chalte. So that is what I feel my life and the movie on my life would be all about. Like life is a journey. You'll meet people. Some would stay with you. Some you would miss. But whenever you would look back, you would have good recollections about people. So treat people well and expect similar treatment from their side. Over to you, Toastmaster. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Yes, that is something coming from a great experience in life. And the movie that you have said the name of, I would definitely would watch that thing. I have heard this name, but the way you explained it was actually so very insightful. That how you have observed and what kind of the last line that you said, that how you behave and what you get are somewhat related and overlapped. The situations, the people have certain time period in our life. So that is a very great experience that we got to know about from you. Thank you for such insightful uh, explanation. The next topic is the next table topic goes to 1 second. Just I'm still learning to navigate the Zoom meetings. Okay, so bear with me. The next table topic master that I would like to call upon is Nidhi, Toastmaster Nidhi. And the topic for her is a day without your phone. What would happen?
Okay, my topic is a day without a phone. Hello?
Yes, the topic is a day without your phone. What would happen?
Okay. I would say it will feel good and bad both at the same time. When you don't have your phone, you you don't have any distractions around. You feel very calm and composed. Like you have no option to scroll YouTube shorts, Insta reels, or check WhatsApp messages, etc. And it's a good thing, but at the same time, when you don't have your phone, you will miss many notifications, maybe some important notifications that may be important for you, maybe related to your work, or maybe related to your family members or such thing. So I think it's both good and bad as well. But considering today's scenario, we are just so much into our phones that we forgot to live the moments, like how can we live without our phone. We are so much addicted to our phone that we have just forgotten how would be the life without the phone. So I feel it would be a good thing and bad as well, both. It will be something both. So yeah, that will be my take. Thank you.
Yeah, really like the midway that you took regarding the usage of the phone. The next table topic master is Dr. Archana. The topic that I would like to present to you is, if time could speak to you, what it would say.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the topic. Time is something that flies. We all know about it. Every day we are running behind time for our work, for everything we do. Even on Sundays, it feels like just flight. And tomorrow morning again, you will feel like there was no Sunday, and once again you are back on your back to pavilion and back to your hospital for work, and ultimately your whole week will be gone, and you will wait for another Sunday to cover up the things whatever you have missed this Sunday now. So time is something, yes, it flies so quickly. And I just forgot the topic. Can you please repeat that topic?
Yeah, sure. The topic is, if time could speak, what would it say to you? If you're not comfortable with the topic, I have one another topic for you as well. If you want to
It's
switch, you
okay.
can tell me.
Okay. I'll continue from that point
Yes.
only. Okay. So the time, if the time could speak to me, it will definitely say, just run and try to catch me, because every time, every Sunday, I feel like every Monday morning, I feel like the same, that this Sunday I couldn't achieve, or I couldn't catch up the things which I intended to do. I thought of doing it the whole week, and what I missed. But if you see from the other perspective of this, the time flies so quickly, and you don't have to you can't wait for it, and sorry, I couldn't make up.
It's totally fine. And I think that the topic was like a little bit making you trying to think, and you actually thought, you tried to actually give it a thought, and that was a very important aspect of these topics, these sessions, and that is absolutely fine. And if next meeting, if possible, by the uh, in the meetings possible, if you can think about this thing, take your time, think about it, you can write it in the message group or anywhere else, and I would like to know the insights, and that is absolutely fine with the efforts that you put in. That is absolutely okay, don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So this was my last topic, I said, and now whom I need to address to. Last time I made a mistake.
We will not leave the table topic master without giving her a topic, Toastmaster
Oh,
Anushka. So, are you
okay.
ready for your topic?
Yeah.
Okay. Toastmaster Anushka, what is a common belief you disagree with? What is a common belief you disagree with, Toastmaster Anushka?
I would like a second to think about it. The common disbelief the common belief that I would like to disagree is thinking about a woman and thinking that she is weak. That is the most kind of common misinterpretation that we have. And yes, we do have our cycles, that we feel painful, that we feel that we have our days, but that doesn't make us any weaker. And when we speak, we actually have a point and we are making a point, not just a high pitched note that you're hearing, or not just an flower pot that you have put into your house, but we actually have a purpose. We are the root cause of most of the office places, and let's not forget our homes, our mothers who made that home. So the common belief people have is like, most of the people that I meet in general life, I'm working in sales, so it is hugely have the male people working here, and I have in the past had interaction with people who had these kind of beliefs, and it really irritated me at that time, but I knew that I need to keep calm and work on myself so that I can actually become a specimen of how a woman needs to handle these kind of situation. And I learned, and I realized that I don't need to prove it to anyone, but I matter. And that is my belief, that we as a woman are important. So this is what I think, and this is what I could think about instantly.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anushka, for sharing your POV and what people believe but you don't. So that was all from my side. And back to you, Toastmaster Anushka. You can directly hand over the stage to Toastmaster of the day now.
Yes, I would like to call upon the Toastmaster of the day for the further evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anushka, for a wonderful table topic session. I must say that when we are going through an unpleasant situation, table topics like these would come as a breather. So I had fun listening to all the wonderful inputs from each of the table topic speakers, and these topics were excellent, very interesting, as well as a lot thought provoking. So this brings me to the final segment of today's TMOD. And what I want to encourage all of you to do is that there is definitely a need to observe your thoughts and emotions in an unpleasant situation. You may not be able to do it in real time when that unpleasant situation is unfolding, but whenever you have a little time, you should reflect on that unpleasant situation. Did that situation teach you anything? Was there anything to learn from it? And mind you, this is an activity not to be done when you are tired. You should be doing it at a time when you are feeling pleasant, not unpleasant. So this is one takeaway that I would encourage all of you to do. And don't deep dive too much. Like, don't try to over analyze a situation. But I personally feel that just as you get feedback and inputs from people around you, you are also getting feedback from a situation. Reflect, retrospect, rather introspect on that situation, and just understand whether there are any takeaways. It may not always be something for you to take an action on. It might just be one unpleasant experience out of the blue. So you're not supposed to be looking at each and every unpleasant situation, but there could be unpleasant situations that are happening to you on a recurring basis. Raise your hands if some of you have experienced reaching late to office on a recurring basis. Being late to office, late to college, or it could be late to a Toastmasters meeting. Does that happen to you? At least it happens to me. It has happened to me quite a few times. And every time I was supposed to report to a meeting and I knew that I won't be able to reach in time, it kind of triggered a lot of unpleasant emotions. Toastmaster Ashank, you raised your hand. Do you have to say something?
No, I just second you with respect to getting paid. Yeah.
Exactly. All right. So let's talk about this unpleasant situation of reaching or being late to office. You might blame it on the auto wala driving slowly, or you might blame it on your parents. Not if some of you are in school or college and you are dependent on your parents for the lunch box, you might blame it on them, right? But fact of the matter is that whoever you are reporting to, it could be your boss, it could be your professor in college. No one gives a shit to that. No one gives a thought to why you are late, even if no matter what level of reasoning you give. That's a plain fact. And it would also not matter to you when you are in that position. You might be appreciative of the fact that someone spoke about his or her reasoning, but you also have to run your business. You also have to look at the larger organization, and therefore it would stop mattering to me if Toastmaster Harsh keeps on complaining about being late or having one reason or the other, and wonderful reasons, some very innovative reasons, that there was an auto tire puncture and whatnot. And I've also been giving such reasonings. Fact of the matter is that every unpleasant situation, if it is happening on a recurring basis, has to give some sort of a feedback to you. It's not for the others, it's for you. So start deep diving into understanding and processing your thoughts arising out of unpleasant situations. Don't be completely dependent upon GPTs, Claude, ChatGPT. Use them, but also use some proven literature. It could be some good books of good writers. It could be some very well-read people. You all would be listening to so many podcasts. Keep doing it, but do process your emotions. And just to avoid some bit of overthinking, keep attempting table topics, the kind of table topics that Toastmaster Anushka introduced us to. It's definitely creative and helped us kind of just escape that unpleasant feeling for a while. So with that, we are now finally heading towards the final segment, which is about evaluations. And to take you through the evaluations, I would now like to call on stage the general evaluator for today. And she's none other than Toastmaster Akanksha. Over to you, Toastmaster Akanksha.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. When life gets uncomfortable, your voice gets stronger. With this powerful thought, I would like to call our first evaluator, Toastmaster Asankhya, uh, to evaluate our first speaker, Toastmaster Jayesh. A little about Toastmaster Asankhya. He's a seasoned sales and marketing specialist with extensive experience in inside sales, accounts management, direct sales, and business development. He currently works with Emirates and Education Tech company that partners with leading universities worldwide to provide accessible, high quality education through innovative courses and programs designed to enhance the skills of executives and organizations. He serves as the District Administration Manager at District 124 for Toastmaster International. Over to you, Toastmaster Asankhya.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akansha. Here I am, just a fellow Toastmaster, trying to better my communication skills. But thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. And congratulations, Toastmaster Jayesh, for successfully completing your level 1 project 3, that is Introduction to Vocal Variety in Body Language. Right from the time you started the speech at the very outset, the speaker, Toastmaster Jayesh, even made us do a small activity using making us check my screen time at least. I did that activity and I realized that is something that is very much true. So you tried to ensure that we are with you right from the get-go in terms of understanding what the context setting while you were doing that. So that helped us be with you with respect to how that the speaker touched upon the point with respect to how uh, our attention or our impressions or interactions are being monitored. So kudos to you in terms of making sure the observation or how you gauged today's day and age, the technology, that was very astute in terms of how we have become more and more prone to connecting or leaving our impressions with respect to social media. And how the best part was as to what is the effect, the cause and effect analogy is something that you drew with respect to what the effects have been. So how the big giants or even the social media organizations have been optimizing the content accordingly is something that we all are aware about, but we might not be doing that much with respect to what our digital footprint is as of today. So great job in terms of setting the context and making sure uh, you set a very contemporary analogy to it. You move forward with respect to how it has even adopted machine learning to a great extent in learning the behavior and feeding more and more content with respect to whatever we search of. That is something even true for me. A couple of days back, even I was searching something on ChatGPT. I just mentioned something that I tried, just something, share something with respect to my preferences as to what my searches have been in the past. And it gave a lot of a lot of things to ponder upon that I have been searching on ChatGPT or perplexities of the world. So that is something I could connect very well with you. The last part about your speech that I really liked was how you connected by sharing a relatable incident as well, wherein every one of us in today we are even watching a movie on theaters or even on a phone or maybe in our homes. As and when we get a notification that pops up, we all get distracted. That is something that happens with every one of us. So how you like, I might be more inclined to watch that movie as well. I have seen the first two parts, but I would for sure watch the Now You See Me third part. And that is wherein I will say that whatever distraction might come across, even if it's a distraction, even if something we might be doing for entertainment, we might again get distracted. And that is a very important message that you have conveyed very well through the speech. One feedback that I have that could be worked upon just to ensure that the speech becomes more tailored with respect to the project, the purpose statement, is the usage of vocal variety. And the body language is something you were that was very well depicted. I will say you did a good job. The vocal variety is wherein the voice modulation could be brought, wherein you can stress upon certain pointers, wherein you feel that the importance or the magnanimity of something can be accentuated we can emphasize on something by stressing upon something, wherein this is something I feel can be worked upon, and just like I'm doing for you right now, that will help you take your speech to the next level. All in all, a great speech, a wonderful start, a wonderful activity, and then a great summation and a call to action as well. So whenever at least we are using social media, I'll be try to be more cognizant about the fact that my digital footprint is being tracked and monitored. So thank you so much, and I'll try to make sure I'm not using social media passively. That's about it from my side. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Asankhya. Now, I would like to call upon our second evaluator, Toastmaster Harsh, to evaluate our second speaker, Toastmaster Anushka. A little about Toastmaster Harsh. In 15 16 years residing in his culturally enriched city of Lucknow, he has cultivated a profound connection to its vibrant society. Academically, he had completed his BCom from Delhi University and he is currently pursuing a program in data analytics and ambivert at heart. He value thoughtful conversation and follow his heart in all endeavors. Outside of his academic pursuits, he found joy in playing cricket and maintaining his physique through regular gym session. Over to you, Toastmaster Harsh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akansha, for such a wonderful introduction. So, first of all, congratulations, Toastmaster Anushka, for delivering a speech full of resilience.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, first of all, I would like to talk about the strengths of the speech. For that, I have three C's for you. First C stands for clarity. The moment you mention the line, I am not here to tell a success story. I am here to speak about my failures. Rarely I see Toastmasters who speak about their failures. Most of the individuals are here to speak about their success stories. So kudos to you for sharing about your failures. Moving to the another C, that is choice of phrases. You were astute in the while choosing the phrases. For example, the way you said everything happens for a reason. Every dot gets connected at last. So it was a phrase which I have listened almost 2 or 3 years ago. So it was a good moment for me to listen this quote. Apart from that, you have mentioned that life is not about purpose; it's about resilience. And with your speech, I understand the meaning of resilience. So kudos to you for that also. Moving to the third C, that is connection. The way you connected with your stories, the moment you shared about the incident, the health issue which your father was facing, and your personal story. So with that, you created connection. So overall engagement, I would rate you 8 out of 10. Moving to the areas, that is the dot which I felt was missing in your speech, starting with like in the opening, you mentioned I would like to ask a question. So, just a small recommendation whenever you start a speech, just start with the bang. That is the first word of your speech, whether a question or the hook. You don't need to take the approval. Okay. Moving forward, the another recommendation would be whenever you deliver a speech, to try to stand and deliver, because I wasn't able to see the hand gestures and your body language of yours. I think you were not standing that well. Moving to the next recommendation, that was like in the middle part, I felt in the middle part of the speech, I felt if you could added one or two small stories about your failures, like after failing, how you rise, the resilience part. If you could added one or two small stories about that, so that would be the icing on the cake. Overall, your like the three C's in your speech makes it a good speech, but with the recommendations that I have just mentioned right now, it could become an unforgettable speech. So that's all from my side. Congratulations. Over to you, General Evan.
Thank you so much,
Thank you so much.
Am I audible? Yeah. I would now like to call upon my tech team to present the reports for today's meeting. I request Toastmaster Smruti to present the grammarians report. Toastmaster Smruti, stage is all yours.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. When you start your day with such beautiful usage of language and well presented by the speakers, that's literally that's the dopamine I think Jayesh was talking about in his speech. It was a pleasure to serve as a grammarian in this particular meeting where I thought to challenge all the speakers by bringing the word called astute. I acknowledged Toastmaster Akshat using the same towards the beginning of his Toastmaster presentation, but later we somehow, all of us, which includes me, in the table topic segment, we missed using the same. That is the attention span, least attention span, which we are presenting to the chat window and also to the speaker, which is applicable to each one of us. But I am glad that I was able to bring a word to your dictionary. So, whatever we learn within Toastmasters, it should reflect outside too. So it's okay if we miss presenting it here, but take a note of this particular word, its actual pronunciation, and the usage of the same, and use it once you close this particular meeting. Other than that, definitely a quite profound usage of sentences, language, rhetorical devices in this particular meeting. There are few sentences which stood out in this meeting. There were many, but few stood out because of the gravity they brought at the right point of time, quite tactfully. I'm pasting those sentences in chat and also people who used it. Other than that, few rhetorical devices which were quite prominent in this particular meeting were anaphora, were tricolons. I'll paste everything on chat so that we all can go through it in detail. One thing as a recommendation which I want to offer is whenever we bring a new language to the meeting which is not English. Well, Toastmasters International is an English speaking, most predominantly an English speaking institute. If we bring a language which is not English, let's take the responsibility and ownership to translate our sentence in English too. What if we get somebody who in the meeting who do not understand the language or the sentence? We don't want them to miss the joke or miss the punch or miss the meaning of the sentence which we brought. So let's try to translate the same. Second, those are the low hanging error. We just need to practice more with respect to our speaking so that we can balance our tenses, the right pronunciation, and the punches. But overall, a beautiful implementation of the language, not killing it, but making sure that we are decorating and ornamentalizing the same well. And again, happy to be the language evaluator or the grammarian of this particular meeting. I give the stage back to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Kanksha. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Smruti, for such a detailed and crisp report. You explained everything very beautifully. Next up, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Nidhi to present our counters report. Toastmaster Nidhi, over to you.
Here is my R counter report. So starting with Toastmaster Akshat. Toastmaster Akshat has used 8 times and 1 time, well 1 time, one time. Toastmaster Asankhya has used 6 times, so 2 times, this 2 times. Toastmaster Jayesh, kudos to you. You have not used any such filler words. That was really great. Toastmaster Harsh, you have used 10 times and like 1 time. Toastmaster Anushka, you have used 8 times, so 2 times. Toastmaster Akansha, you have used 5 times, so 1 time, that 1 time. Toastmaster Smruti, you have used 2 times. Guest Harshit, you have used 5 times and 2 times. Toastmaster Rachana, you have used 8 times and 3 times. So that's it from my side. This was my R counter report. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nidhi. Now to present Timos report, I would like to call upon stage Toastmaster Manvi. Stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Journal Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests present here. As I told you all in the initial phase while I was introducing the timer role, I mentioned I'll be coming back with everyone's time today. So I hope my screen is visible. Thank you so much. Starting from the very start, Sajiram Toastmaster Kansha took exactly 3 minutes. We had TMOD Toastmaster Akshat who introduced his theme in 11 minutes and 37 seconds. Journal Evaluator along with her tag team introduction took 7 minutes and 4 seconds. We had two speakers who respectively took 6 minutes and 25 seconds and 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Both are qualified. In the table topic section, Toastmaster Anushka, being the table topic master in overall, took 34 minutes and 8 seconds. Coming to the table topic speakers, I request you to please look into the timings of yours because there were many speakers today and I congratulate everyone because every single speaker in the table topic is qualified. Coming to speech evaluators, Toastmaster Sankhya took 3 minutes and 37 seconds. This is a disqualification in our meeting today. Toastmaster Hirsch, being the second speech evaluator, took 2 minutes and 59 seconds. The grammarian during the report took 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Our counter during the report took 1 minute and 3 seconds. Our meeting started 10 minutes late, and I feel it might even wind up 10 minutes late, but I'll request all the role takers and all the audience who is present there today to please try to join in before time so that we can start on time and we can even end on time. That was all from my side being the timer for today's meeting. And General Evaluator, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manvi, for such a detailed report. Now, coming back to my report, overall, the meeting had good intent. Meeting was quite interactive, I would say. Although presiding officer was not present in today's meeting, even then, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Akshat, managed the meeting flow very well. Well done, as always, Toastmaster Akshat. He, as a T-mod, was quite interactive with the audience. He even said to type out the responses in the chat box for the people who do not want to come up on the stage or to collectively get all the responses at once. However, I felt that introducing guests to the club was an important part. In the absence of presiding officer, I think Team Mod was maybe, I'm not sure about the fact, but maybe Team Mod was responsible to make the guest give his intro to the club. Next was our table topic master, Toastmaster Anushka. The topics were generic in nature, quite interesting and easy to talk upon. You involved everyone in the meeting and kept them engaged. I love the fact that you specially gave an easy topic to the guest at it as it was his first time. You gave your insights after the speaker was done speaking, which shows that you were actively listening and an astute personality you have. One thing that could have done was adding the topics in the chat box as well. It could be a good practice, I would say. Anyways, you nailed it.
I couldn't type that fast. Like the way I was saying, if I would just put it on the chat box first, it'll take some time. Second, it will appear, then the speaker, the thinking process or something would get interrupted. So I stopped myself from doing that.
Okay, so the why I said that, what you can do is you can maybe write it beforehand and you can just copy paste it if you are in the laptop. you are using the laptop, then you can do it. As the speaker, you sometimes tends to forgot the title, so it can be a good practice. Anyways, you nailed it. Didn't seem that it was your first time as a table topic master. You did very well. Next up was evaluators for the prepared speeches. Our first evaluator, Toastmaster Asankhya, he did very well as evaluator. No words. He provided helpful insights as how a speaker can improve upon his next speech in such a way that helps person to feel motivated and not humiliated. The message was clear and crisp, although he went overboard with the time and got disqualified. Please be mindful about the timing part. Otherwise, you did a very good job. Next up, we have Toastmaster Harsh, our second evaluator. Your evaluation was detailed and crisp. The communication throughout this speech was excellent, clear, and confident. The instructions were clear and well understood by the speaker. Up next were my deck team. Toastmaster Manvi as timer. I mean, how detailed the report was. I was really mesmerized by the detailing of it. I was really mesmerized by it. And I would really love to know how did you do that? Like, I think you must be using 2 to 3 stopwatches, I think. So, yeah. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manvi. Toastmaster Nidhi as our counter. You noted uh, like every detail, as how many hours and ums. But one thing I would like to point out is maybe you can present the report on the screen so that it is visible. And that's it. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nidhi. Toastmaster Smriti as grammarian. You were wonderful as always. The detailing, I think, yeah, like many one of us would like to know how you do that, and the prompts you use, as you mentioned in the previous meeting. I really want you to keep a session around that. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Smriti. Overall, there was a good sense of team coordination throughout the meeting. I felt great energy in today's meeting. Theme was very relatable and kept people hooked throughout the meeting. Table topics were on point, and make sure that everyone participates, the table topic master. She managed the meeting very well, and that too while giving a prepared speech. Although meeting started late today, meeting room opens 15 minutes before the actual timing, which is 4 p.m. So try to join meeting earlier, and that's why we could not even conclude the meeting by 6 p.m. So everyone is requested to be on time from the next meeting onwards. With that, I conclude my general evaluation report. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akanksha, for such a wonderful analysis and your feedback on what went well, what could be improved, and your overall feedback for this session. And in my experience of TMCL, I think this is one of the meetings that have actually completed well in time. So I'm used to meetings that would go on for like 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m. also. Toastmaster Harsh would have been a witness to such meetings in the past. But all in all, a great meeting for today. And I feel that the theme for today is actually very relevant for all of us. What I would like to tell all of you is that times are changing, and we have become a lot more democratic as compared to what the situation was probably 50 years ago, or maybe 200 or 300 years ago. 300 years ago, the life was all about survival. Today, we are in a situation, and this is a privilege that we are talking about. How do we deal with unpleasant situations? So you have that privilege to be even talking about these things. Similarly, for other aspects of life, you have people, you have resources, and you have tools that you can use to deal with unpleasant situations. I would like to recommend one book that I have been able to read and go through, which might help you tackle your thoughts and emotions arising out of unpleasant situations. There could be many resources, and I feel many of you would have heard about this book or maybe heard about some resources. So there's this book called Master Your Emotions. Has anyone heard about this book?
I have heard it somewhere in the Instagram.
Yes. So though I am always skeptical about anything to do with psychology, or for that matter, anything to do with, the metaphysical aspects of dealing with human beings. But this is a good book. The author has tried to actually deep dive into what causes thoughts, what causes emotions. So I would probably message you the exact name of the book in the WhatsApp group, because the name of the author is a bit tricky to spell. So I would go back and share that with all of you. With that, I think we are done with today's session. In the absence of a presiding officer, who's gonna close this meeting? Who does it, or should I do it? I'm not sure. I'm not. Toastmaster Manvi is the expert. Toastmaster Manvi, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akshar, and thank you so much everyone who played the role today. Before I go ahead with the presiding officer role, I request everyone to please cast your votes. The votes are on your screen now. For best speaker, we have Toastmaster Anushka and Toastmaster Jay. For best table topic speaker, we have many speakers today. Please go ahead with your favorite ones. For best EY role player, we had Timer, our counter, and Brenarian. And for best Lionheart role player, we had Toastmaster Akshat as Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Anushka as Table Topic Master, and Toastmaster Kansha as Journal Evaluator. I can see there are people who have already started casting their votes. By the time everyone is casting the vote, I request or I would like to hear your feedbacks. How was the meeting? What we could improve? How you felt today in the meeting? We would love to hear from you guys. So I will start from Toastmaster Harsh.
Yeah. Hi, Toastmaster Manvi. So, like, overall experience about this meeting was, as always, great. First of all, like, the moment Toastmaster Akshat was, like, uh, the moment he just taken my name now, before taking my name, I was thinking that definitely he is going to take my name. And I wasn't prepared. At that time, I was seeing the flyer that what was the theme. So it was a learning for me that before attending any meeting, first read the flyer that what is today's theme. So I wasn't prepared. Like I haven't seen the flyer, but the way Toastmaster Akshar and everyone literally played their role, it was amazing. So overall experience was great.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harsh. We would love to see you in our upcoming meetings as well. I know you are there in few of our meetings, but we would love to have you regular there as well. I also can see Toastmaster Nidhi joining us from Lucknow Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster Nidhi, how was your experience?
Yeah, it was for the first time I joined this online meeting, and I must say this was a great experience. Uh, uh, yeah, definitely the setup here is a bit different. Like the timings we show and the reports we present, those are a bit different. But yeah, it's a great experience, and the roles are almost, I mean, the roles are, yeah, obviously same, but the presentation is a bit different. So it's also a great experience being here online in this meeting.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Indu, for joining in, and thank you so much for helping us today as well with a specific role. We even would love to have you with Toastmaster Harsh in our upcoming meetings. Who would like to give your feedback now? Because I can see all other TMCA members here. So, guys, any feedback, any recommendations for today's meeting by the time our tech master is preparing the certificates? Anyone? Toastmaster Akansha.
One thing is maybe you can drag Toastmaster Dev to speak up on the stage. That's it. Thank
I
you.
request his mentor to please look into it because this is now a public demand. So, thank you so much, Toastmaster Akansha, for highlighting that we didn't have Toastmaster Dev today. Toastmaster Dev, how was your experience by being the silent observer today?
Just give me a minute getting the certificates ready and then I will give my feedback.
Sure. Anyone else who would like to give their feedbacks? If not, okay, no. Okay. If not, before we share the awards, before we share who won, I would request everyone who is there in the meeting to please nominate yourself for the upcoming meeting rules. Our next meeting will be happening on 26th, that is Sunday again. Who would like to go ahead as the as the Toastmaster of the day? Anushka, we have Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Anushka. Toastmaster Sanjay or Toastmaster Smriti, can you please note down who all are nominating? Thank you so much. Toastmaster Kanisha, which role would you like to take?
I'm going to come to you, ma'am. I'm going to come and ask you a lot of things. You have to console me after this meeting. You know that, no?
I'm there, don't worry. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Kanisha, which role would you like to take in the upcoming meeting?
Actually, I've not decided it yet, but I will let you know in the text.
You have time. I think you have 5 minutes to decide. Please go ahead and decide. I'll circle back to you towards the end.
Okay.
Yes, I can see Toastmaster Sanjay raising his hand. Toastmaster Sanjay.
So, well, I have a like good news. We already have a speaker. So I nominate Toastmaster Nidhi as the speaker, prepared speaker, where she will be delivering her icebreaker speech for next week.
Okay, I would still like to ask Toastmaster Nidhi. Toastmaster Nidhi, are you in for the speaker role?
I'll say maybe next week.
I knew that. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nidhi. But still, if you are ready, do
Yeah,
text us, do text any one of us, and we are there to help you.
sure.
I got a message from the Tech Master that the certificates are now ready. So I'll request Toastmaster Dev to please share the certificates on screen. And I'll request others to please guess because I do not reveal the winners without guesses. So we had two speakers today, Toastmaster Anushka and Toastmaster Jayesh. Who do you think won the best speaker?
I think it's Jayesh because I actually had a person walked in when I was giving my speech. I really got startled, so I have zero confidence in this thing.
Okay. What about others? What do you think who won?
I think Toastmaster Anushka because she has like 0% confidence on herself. That's why.
Okay, so we have a tie. One for Anushka, one for Jayesh. Who will be the tiebreaker judge here and break the tie? I think let's give this chance to Toastmaster Dave. Toastmaster Dave, the best speaker for today's meeting is.
It's Toastmaster JS.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Jayesh, for being the best speaker for the meeting today. And
Is my
Toastmaster
screen
Dave, the
visible?
screen. No, it is blank.
Ah, that's
That's
hmm.
okay. I am opening the certificate
Just
and let me.
give me a minute.
No worries, no worries. Toastmaster Dave, can you be the anchor here and let me share the certificates on screen?
Sure.
The stage is all yours.
Thank you so much. So first of all, let's give a huge round of applause for Toastmaster JS for being the best speaker. And let me take his cell phone. Okay. Let me just spotlight him. Toastmaster JS, can we have you on screen so that we can take this snapshot? Thank you so much. And the snapshot is done. Thank you so much. Now let's move on to the next one. And the next one is best evaluator. Thankfully, you don't have to guess today because someone slipped through 7 seconds. That is Toastmaster Asankhya. So our best evaluator for today is Toastmaster Hers. Congratulations, Toastmaster Hers. And I will be taking the snapshot in 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much. Now moving on to the next one, the best table topic speaker, and there were 10 people who participated in the TT. So who do you think have won the award? Any guesses?
Toastmaster Smriti.
Toastmasters
Okay,
today.
one vote for Toastmaster. Okay,
Two.
2 vote for Toastmaster. Anyone else? And as the voting goes, our best table topic speaker for today is Toastmaster Smriti. Please give a huge round of applause to her. And I will be taking the snapshot in 3, 2, and 1. Thank you so much. Now moving on to Best Eagle Eye Role Player. There were 3 nominations: Timer Toastmaster Manvi, Our Counter Toastmaster Nidhi, and Grammarian Toastmaster Smriti. So who do you think have won the award? Any guesses?
I think it's Nidhi.
Okay, one vote for Toastmaster Nidhi. And Toastmaster Anushka, are you a hacker by any chance? Because how do you know that? And as Toastmaster Anushka, our best Eagle Eye role player for today is Toastmaster Nidhi. A huge round of applause to her. Toastmaster Nidhi, can we have you on screen so that we can take the snapshot? Thank you so much. Taking the snapshot in 3, 2, and 1. Thank you. Last but not least, and the most important one, our best Lionheart role player. There were 3 nominations. The 3 A's of Toastmaster Club of Lucknow. Our Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Akansa, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Anushka, and our Gently Evaluate Toastmaster Akansa. The 3 A's. Who do you think have won the award? Because they already are A plus with their names.
Toastmaster Akshat.
Any guesses, anyone? Okay, one vote for Toastmaster Akshat. And yeah, it's our encyclopedia of movies, Toastmaster Akshat, who have won the award. So huge round of applause to Toastmaster Akshat. And I will be taking the snapshot in 3, 2, and 1. 1, 2, 3, and it's done. Thank you so much. With that, I hand over the stage back to our presiding officer for today, Toastmaster Man.
So much, Toastmaster Dev, and heartiest congratulations not just to the winners, but to all the people who are there till now in the meeting. Because of you, this meeting was possible. Thank you so much for joining in today. So I was allotting the upcoming meeting rules, and I'll still take, I think, 2-3 minutes more to allot the upcoming meeting rules, and then we can officially hand it over to this Aditya Dance. I was at Nidhi. Toastmaster Nidhi, I do understand you need some time to prepare for the icebreaker speech, but would you like to be the table topic master for upcoming meeting? A simple, easy one.
I'll think about it, but I will not commit as of now.
No worries. Who would like to take up the role of table topic master then? Toastmaster Akshat. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akshat. We have our TMOD, we have our table topic master. The main role that now is left is the journal evaluator. Anyone up for the journal evaluator? Come on, guys. This is the very important role, because of this we only know how we can improve in our roles and speeches and whatnot.
I would like
Yeah.
Toastmaster Manvi for that.
Okay, I am there for any role that will be left, but
Okay.
I do not want to commit right now because there are many roles that are left towards the end. So that is the only reason I am not pitching in for any role right now. No worries, we have the main two roles ready for our upcoming meeting. That is Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Anushka, and Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Akshat. The roster will be floated, I think, by tomorrow morning by Toastmaster Suraj. With this, we officially cannot end the meeting without handing over the stage to our target accounts. Toastmaster Akansha, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manvi. It's not this situation, it's your response that defines you. With this, I officially adjourn the meeting 232 of the Toastmasters Club of Lucknow.